So, so the Oldie's original recipe was EB, English Bulldog, American Bulldog, Pit Bull, Bull Mastiff, right? Am I missing anything?
American Bulldog, Pit Bull, Bull Mastiff, English. No, you got it. Before
Yeah.
breeds. A lot of people give David Leave It. He was the first to really document his journey. But I mean, if we being honest about it, man, people was making oldies since the beginning of time, man. You know, even if
Yeah.
you go back and you look at some of those Johnson dogs, man, some of those dogs didn't have some EB cut in them. Now they may not have been the traditional makeup of what you just spoke of, but realistically, an EB to an
Right.
AB, that's an oldie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So David Leave It was the first to document his journey, and much respect to him. I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but the reality is, you know, there was a lot of farmers down there in the South and all across the country that was cutting little bulldogs with big bulldogs, making oldie English bulldog. It comes from David though, and he was the first to really stamp it and push a line of dogs specific to that name.
And then like I trip out because the Bulldog has always been just kind of like the Bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
It's mixed. It's been mixed in. It's been everything from the beginning. Yeah, because I think we had Joe Rita. He was telling us that they would take all them ABs
Mm-hmm.
and they put some EB on it, and they get squishy little bulldog puppies,
Yeah.
and they went for a friendly price, and they
Yeah.
cleaned up one down south. So yeah,
Yeah, especially that generation of bulldoggers, man. Like the late '90s to like 95 to 2010, like when you had dogs like Mufasa, and you had some of them big name ABs. They were big name ABs because they were out of the norm. You know, traditionally you're thinking of a farm dog, a tall, long leg, big American bulldog. Then here comes Mufasa, which today, by today's standard, he would look like an oldie. Mufasa was built more like a concrete type dog. He wasn't a big 130-pound, you know what I mean, dog. But that was, to me, was the meat and gravy of American Bulldogs, man. You know, because that's when the look kind of changed. Now they can say they just bred the little dog to the little dog, but it's more probable that somewhere behind somebody's barn, somewhere in the hills, somebody threw
yeah,
an EB in there and then came back to the AB. And by the time it got to Foss, you had that look, but it was still a purebred AB. Which,
yeah.
no shade to nobody, but come on, man.